Busi Bhebe. I'm a journalist and development practitioner. So jointly defined, I'm a media development practitioner or media development practitioner. I'm a journalist by training, and I run a startup called Amakhosikazi Media, which is an organization that exists to help give voice to women in issues of development, to allow them to express themselves and to put their issues on the national agenda, because often when things are discussed, when news is made, when policy is drafted, they are not consulted or asked what they think. So we exist to reflect the gendered side of news and also get people to know what women are thinking, what they want done with the country, what the gaps are in terms of development, socio-economically, socio-politically, legally, environmentally, and so forth. So Amakhosikazi Media is a women-led and focused media for development content production organization. We work to identify and tell compelling stories and cover news about women's situations in various communities in Zimbabwe. We use various multimedia platforms, including podcasts, YouTube, and social media to share women's stories and views with the rest of the world so that they too can set the agenda. So the tips that I have for women that want to get into the creative industry and commence their startups are 7 C's. So I've broken them down into 7 C's. The first C is to create. A person in my kind of field has to be very creative, because creativity is the basis and foundation of all our work. To attract and keep audiences, we have to constantly be thinking of the most compelling stories to tell and the most compelling methods to do so. This is because there is too much content to attract our target market to different platforms. So you're only as good as your last production. So you have to constantly be looking for new and better ways to tell your story. My second C is to curate. Always tailor-make your content for your target audience. Know your market and know your audience, and make your content for them so you do not lose them along the way. Do this by using language that they understand, use characters they can relate to or see as themselves, and tell stories that they can see of themselves. So always make sure that whatever story you're telling, you're able to reflect an idea of your audience within that story. My third C, connect. Connection is very important, because without connecting with our sources and our audiences, we cannot survive in this industry. Consider how you'll capture the information you wish to share. How will you connect with your sources of information? Consider also how you'll share the information once you've captured it. How will you reach your audiences? Connection will involve your tools for information gathering, and it will also involve your platforms for content sharing and for engaging your audiences for feedback, because you do not want your information to be a top-down approach. You want it to be an interactive, bottom-up and sideways kind of flow of information, so that you're making the most of your platform and your content. My fourth C is collaboration. You need to collaborate. Be ready to work with other creatives and content creators, because you do not have a monopoly of ideas and of platforms. Neither are you an island. Partnerships will help you gain access to new audiences, new skills, and new ideas. So working with like-minded institutions and individuals, or even different-minded individuals and institutions, will help sharpen your own skills and ideas, and will set you on a path to learning new things and getting into new territory that can actually boost your own field and attract new audiences. My fifth C is change. Always be ready to change. It's inevitable. In fact, it's the only constant in life. If there's anything that COVID-19 has taught us, it is that change is assured, and extreme change can be instant and brutal. So always be ready and willing to adapt Adapt or die is the common saying. My 6th C is to consult. We are not repositories of knowledge, and the world around us, both in the field of media and creativity and among our audience, is ever changing. Keep researching and reading around your creative field. Find out what others are doing and methods they are using. What are the new trends? What is happening around you? What is happening globally? Do not be afraid to ask for help, to adopt a new method that others are using and are great at. We learn every day, so make sure that you don't stop learning. And by consulting and doing your research, you are expanding your horizons. And finally, my 7th C is cash in. If you cannot make a living from your creativity, you'll eventually be forced to leave what you love doing just to take up something that will allow you to make ends meet, and that won't be fun. So make sure that you are always looking for ways to make money from your talent. Creativity sells. Find ways to make a living from your content. For example, through Facebook, YouTube views, and other such online marketing methods. It's very possible to make a living from online or even other forms of selling platforms. So make sure that you find a way to make a living or to make money from your creativity and from your startup. I hope these 7 C's are going to be helpful for you. They've been helpful for me, and I always try to revive them and add on whatever new ideas I think will make will be helpful for me as I move on and grow in this profession. If you need to get in touch with me, you can send me an email. I'll be able, or I'll request that it be put on the screen for you to contact me on my email or my social media pages. Otherwise, please do follow me on @Twittergazi, that's on Twitter, or follow Amakosigazi @Amakosigazi FM as well on Twitter. That's all I have for you. I hope this will be helpful for you. Thank you so much. Give me an opportunity to share with you ideas and what I know about startups. Thank you.